And we are live. Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of AfroCast. I don't have like a cool sound for that. Let me do this one.
That's a huge bitch.
There we go. Welcome in. Yeah, there was a glitch. I had the stream set up to go live at 5:30, and when I clicked go live, nothing happened. It just sat there, and then it said it couldn't connect. And I was like, well, that's BS. So then when I went to go fix it and start the stream, it started a whole different stream. So we actually have two firsts today. That is not they're not mods. This is unprecedented, okay? Two firsts that are not mods, okay? Hertz Donut and Scrap Iron were both first. Scrap Iron was first in the stream that got messed up. Hertz Donut was first in this stream. So guess what? You're both getting the soul glow. Hertz Donut and Scrap Iron, both your souls are glowing.
Just let your soul glow. Just let it shine through.
Just let your soul glow, baby.
Feeling oh so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow.
There we go. Well, welcome in, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well on this Saturday. We're just chilling, hanging out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, shooting some b-ball outside of the school, maybe. And a couple of guys who were up to no good, maybe started making a little trouble in our neighborhood. Got in one little fight. Our mom got scared, said you're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air. I begged and pleaded with her day after day, but she packed my bags and she sent me on my way. She gave me a kiss and she gave me my ticket. I put my Walkman on and said I might as well kick it. I'm done now. Anyways, so yeah, let's say hi to people in the chat real quick, and then we'll get started on stuff. We got a lot of topics to talk about. I'm probably gonna get to two of them because I know how these streams go. Hertz Donut says first, welcome in Hertz Donut. Angie Blanken says hi. Hertz Donut, the difference between Hertz Donut and Angie Blanken's comment, 0.7 seconds. Like that. And then Crispy 1186 was really close. He got number 2. He was really close though. He was actually 9 seconds behind Hertz Donut. It's pretty wild. But welcome in Crispy. Hi Ladybug, good to see you. Darth Bane, appreciate you. What's up, Sane Adam? Grego says early AfroCast. Yeah. I try not to stream over certain people. I actually have some courtesy and I try to think about other people. I know I can't always do that, but I do try to consider it and think about it ahead of time. And I try not to stream over people. And so I I know Saturdays, there's saucy Saturdays. I don't want to stream over them. There might be a little bit of an overlap, but I'm not starting my stream at the same time that they're starting theirs. You know, I try to be considerate of things like that, you know, sometimes. So we just got started early just to talk and hang out for a little while. The Rage Cage says botch. Yeah, I botched it. I boomered it. What's up, Leon Kennedy? Good to see you, my friend. I was going to call you sir. And then I said, I started with an M instead. Alexis P. and Terry says, taxes. Are you raising the taxes now? I don't know what you're talking about. Ladybug says, damn taxes. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no tax. The Horror Host says taxes are the spookiest thing imaginable. Also, congrats on hitting 4K subs. Hey, thank you, Horror Host. There are no taxes. There are no taxes. I don't know what you're talking about. Grego says they're called tariffs now. That's wild to assume that I would change the name of something that was starting to catch on into something more egregious than the word tax. Just to cover you think that I'm the kind of person that to cover myself and to get away with stuff that I would change the name of taxes to tariffs, almost hiding my intentions? Do you guys think I'm that kind of a person? I'm not that kind of a person. Also, I'm wearing sunglasses today because I got 4 hours of sleep last night and I have massive bags under my eyes, so this is so the bad guys can't see how tired I am. Just Mike says time to pay up. There's no paying up. It's free to watch. It's free to watch. Frank the Tank says afternoon meat goes crazy. Hey, we're out here doing it, man. Canis Dingus says, pay your lolly taxes, chat. What? Lolly? There's no lolly around here. Crispy says, I'm a little too drunk and slow on mobile. Crispy, I'm telling you, you were this close. This close. Darth Bane says, I got food poisoning. Oh, bro, that sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Hope you feel better. Can't believe you're streaming when football's on. Tisk, tisk. I'll allow it. Hey, listen, we got to do what we got to do. Nagernal says, spooky beats. I'm digging it. Hell yeah. What's up, Nagernal? Good to see you, buddy. Andrew Frazier says, Meek, I got a new 2010 cartoon suggestion for you. It's called Randy Cunningham's Ninth Grade Ninja. It's pure, goofy, preteen fun. Really? Randy Cunningham's Ninth Grade Ninja. Let me look this up. Hold on. Randy Cunningham's Ninth Grade Ninja. Interesting. I've never heard of this before. I'll check it out. Hurt says, stuff called ice on Meek for stealing your shark costume. The irony. Well, good thing is I am a natural born citizen of the United States of America, and I don't look Mexican, so ice isn't taking me anywhere. And I don't look black enough to be an immigrant from Nigeria. So once again, I'm all set, bro. I'm good. Severian says, yes, rest in peace, Diane Keaton. She may have been a psycho, but she was still one of the greats. Yes, absolutely. Rest in peace, Diane Keaton. She passed away today at the age of 79. Yep, and she was up there. I was actually just talking with Lady Epic about some of the best actors and stuff of all time, and how there's a massive gap now between, ooh, that's really bright, between great actors from yesteryear and like nowadays. There's really not anybody that like is in the upper echelon of acting. They're all older actors that have been around and well established for a long time. And that's definitely on purpose because Hollywood doesn't want to pay them as much. But it's also, I think, because of social media and stuff too, that we get to see that more. Everybody, when everybody's a star, no one's a star kind of thing. Yeah, it's pretty weird, man. It's a pretty wild place and pretty wild time to live in. So yeah, rest in peace, Diane Keaton. I need a playlist of Meek's intro music. Such a cool vibe. I'll see if I can post it someday. Soundwave Superior says 199. Hey, shout out Soundwave. Good to see you, bro. What's up, Max K? Llama Pajamas for a 5 says, Meek, I'm grilling. How do you like your steaks? It's cow, not canine. I like my steaks medium rare. That is not me saying it because I think that's the right answer. I like my steaks medium rare. I'll even eat a rare steak. I'll eat a steak in just about any cooking situation. Like I'll even eat a well done steak, but I prefer my steaks medium rare. That's my favorite. Nice and tender and juicy, delicious even. Thank you, Llama Pajamas, for the steak. I appreciate it. What's up? Loki says, got caught by a harpoon. Yeah, I messed up. What's up, Zen Cat? Shout out. Donna Hall says, yay, a stream to save me from work. You're my hero, Meek. Oh, Donna. You're my hero, Donna. Legitimately, you are my hero, Donna. You're out here doing it real, doing it real. All you hard workers, we have a lot of hard workers in this stream. A lot of people that have demanding, taxing jobs that take a lot of time, a lot of long hours, and I appreciate the hell out of you guys for coming and hanging out here despite those long hours. Donna Hall, Frank the Tank, Metal Slave. I know we have a lot of people in here. Those are the three that I know have like some pretty intense jobs. And then I can't remember who it was now. I don't remember their name. I know they work. I think they're a police officer. I know we have a police officer. I know we had somebody that used to work EMT in the chat. All of you guys that do that kind of stuff, man, and work those hard jobs, and just people that have hard jobs in general, I respect the hell out of you guys for hanging out. I'm glad that we can be a safe haven for you to just relax and chill for a little bit. Meek said I could have his medium rare, please. Okay, Donna Hall can have my steak. That's okay. Fantastic Sarcastic says, what costume is Mike wearing today? I'm not wearing a costume today. Unless... Listen, I'll give it... I wasn't going to wear a costume today. If we hit the 199 before the stream is over, I'll put on the Barney costume, okay? if we hit it, I'll wear the Barney costume. The shark costume is for next week. We did get it early. We get to look at it, but the Barney costume is for the rest of this week. Today and tomorrow, the Barney costume. So, what's up, Gig Giggity? Good to see you as well. From spooky to starving, that's wild. Lexicon Hellhound says, when are we gonna get the sexy maid outfit? Never. I'm not Hassan. I'm not wearing no sexy maid outfit. It's just not happening, bro. Nobody needs to see that. Darth Bane says, we should be doing gameplay or else you won't make it through the list. I will make it through the list. I assure you. I know we're pretty close to being done with Dead Space, but I have a plan. Darth Bane, I have a plan. All right? I have a plan to get through the list. I promise. I am thinking about it. I am taking it seriously. I have a plan in motion. I don't have any doctor's visits for my kid next week. We're going to really, really hammer these streams next week. So, Vestige 47 Unit 199 says, Sideshow Meek. Hey, listen, we're making it work however we can do it. What's up, Unknown? Good to see you as well. What's up, Jason Mitchell? Meek looks like Absol. I don't know who that is. You did a beardo? I'm kind of retarded, okay? Josie 81 Pureblood just gifted a channel membership. What's going on, Joe? I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you're blessed, bro. I appreciate you, man. Just steadfast and steady always, Joe, out here just dropping them. Thank you, Joe, for the gifted membership to Canis Dingus. And then Donna Hall gifted a channel membership as well. Thank you so much to Soundwave Superior. Welcome to the Meek. He's hiding a black eye. Rejected Beardo advances and Beardo went crazy. No black eyes, just tired. Just tired. What's up, Florida Man Frank says, hell yeah, Meekcast time. Meekcast time. What's up, Mike? Hey, man. I'm just chilling, living my best life. Wanted to hang out with you guys for a little while. What's up, Shake from Hunger Team? Donald McNamara, Alec Ebling. Zincat says, okay, I sent a super chat, lost in another world, saying here for the tomfoolery, hail Mike in chat. Zincat, how much was your super chat for? Please let me know, and I will shout it out. But thank you, Zincat, lost in another world, but said, here's for the tomfoolery, hail Mike in chat. Thank you, Zincat, I appreciate you. Llama Pajama says, Mike, don't move to Bel Air. I don't want to move to Bel Air. I would never live there. What's up, Alec Ebling? Oh, so you'll sing that? I sang Baby Shark to you yesterday, Ladybug. I sang it to you. I sang that song to you yesterday. Boogie's Twisted Tipples. She twisted my tipples! Says, do you like white Crocs? I don't like Crocs at all. I've worn Crocs twice in my entire life. Regretted it both times. What is this? Meekapoo in my weekend? Hey, listen, I'm here for you. Clown Pilled, good to see you, buddy. That's nice of you. It's annoying trying to watch everyone stream. Yeah. Obscure Mass says, Meeker, please ask me if I've had my sugar cubes today. I mean, have you? Have you had your sugar cubes today? If you haven't had your sugar cubes today, go get your sugar cubes. Scratching my back right now with my back scratcher. Always stream over Beardo. I'll see what I can do. All right. He does a stream in the mornings on Saturdays, right? I'll see what I can do. Do you guys not have a back scratcher at your desk? Listen, I'm going to tell you guys this right now. One of my best and one of my favorite purchases ever was this back scratcher. Look at that. Can you hear it? Listen. Back scratcher. One of my favorite purchases. I'm just like, get an itchy back and I can't scratch between my shoulder blades. Back scratcher. You just jump on it. That's all. Just jump on the back scratching. So it's one of my favorite purchases of all time. If you don't have one, you need one. Sometimes when you drop shit on your desk and you don't like, you gotta like reach down and grab it or something, or it's like just out of range. Boom. Just like, come here. Come here. Look, it's got these little grippers on it. Yeah. It's okay. You can be jealous. Glenn Jones for 5 says, get Ben to read your super chats. LOL. Lot of love, Mike. That required me to have Ben on my channel. I try to avoid that as much as possible. I try to avoid having Ben on my channel as much as I possibly can. Roblox head Leslie Headland. Hey, what's up? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. It says Jeremy is courteous. Jeremy would never stream over his community. Never. And by never, you mean constantly. It doesn't matter what stream you have going on. You could have had the same stream going for 5 years. Every day, 3 p.m. Eastern time on a fucking Thursday of all days. And you go, I've done the stream for years. Everybody knows what this stream is. CobraCast. CobraCast. You could announce on Tuesday night's main event, hello everybody, tonight I will be going live right after the stream. You could invent a stream called Tuesday Night Cooldown because you noticed that nobody streamed on Tuesday nights after Tuesday night's main event. Nobody. It was an empty slot. There was virtually no one streaming at that time. 0 people. Maybe there was like 3 or 4 people, but almost nobody streaming at that time. Tuesday nights, after Tuesday night's main event, nothing happening. And you go, I'm going to start a stream in this time slot called Tuesday Night Cooldown. What a cool idea, right? Kind of blends right into Tuesday night's main event for people that are like late night people. People just getting out of work, people in different time zones, things like that. CobraCast. But that's okay. I'm not mad about it. It just is what it is. This is how streaming works, people. If you didn't know this, if you find an excellent time slot, a time slot that nobody else has at the time, like a time slot that's out of nowhere, with the exception of Jeremy, because he does not stream CobraCast at a specific time. He just streams it whenever he can. So he'll just stream whenever. It's just sporadic. I never know when a CobraCast is going to happen. A CobraCast could be going on right now and I wouldn't know. But this happens a lot with streaming, and this is advice for you to understand how it is. This is why we say don't worry about who you're streaming against. Don't worry about who's streaming. It is nice to be courteous to people that have time slots and have announced shows and things like that. But this is the thing. If you find a really good time slot that works for you, inevitably other people will notice that time slot. They will notice that you're getting a lot of attention on that time slot. They will start streaming around that time. They'll either stream right before that time or they'll stream right after that time. It is inevitable that it happens. It is inevitable. You can start streaming at 3 a.m. and people will start streaming at 3 a.m. if they notice it. It happens all the time. You cannot avoid being streamed against. It's just better to trust that your audience will be there to watch. And the other answer, and then I tell people all the time is, and we say this a lot, all of us say this, don't worry about the numbers. Don't worry about how many people are watching. It's good to keep track of your analytics to know when people are watching your stuff. It's good to know of your analytics to know what people like and don't like about your streams. Sometimes you'll be surprised. Wow, there's 300 people watching right now. Or wow, there's 20 people watching right now. You know, you go, I'm going to play this really weird niche game that nobody knows anything about. And you play it and you have 20 people watching. But then you go and play Resident Evil and you have 200 people watching. That is something to keep track of. That's something to pay attention to. What is not important and which you should not pay attention to is if you are consistently getting decent numbers as a streamer and you happen to stream one night and you notice a bunch of other people are streaming against you and you notice your numbers are a little bit lower, it doesn't matter. You should always be streaming like you're streaming to 1,000 people. When your numbers are low and when your numbers are high, you should be considerate of the fact that none of those people should be watching you right now or have to watch you right now. It's a balance. There's a balance in all things. You should have to be appreciative of the people that are there. If everybody stopped watching me and I had 2 people that consistently watch me, I would be thankful. I've been there. I've had it where only 2 people were watching me. And I'm appreciative that 2 people would take the time to want to watch my streams. Now I'm fortunate that I have a really awesome community around me that cares about me and wants to watch me and listen to what I have to say and listen to my rants and watch me boomer every stream that I'm on and completely fuck up all the technology that is at my disposal that could make my life so much easier to make these streams more efficient. Watching me waste ammunition in every video game that I play, like if I don't get rid of it faster, I'm going to get cancer.
If you would join us.
Hey, thank you for the follow. What is that? I can't read that one. I'm sorry. That was really small. My eyesight's bad because of the diabetes. What? They watch me waste ammunition like it's going out of style. Watch me try to say hi to people in chat and get completely distracted on another topic like what's happening right now, and then get so behind in chat that by the time I finally catch on to the fact that other people that I know are in my stream, like when Drunk 3PO or Young Rippa stops by, it's too late because they've already left because I didn't even say hi to them because I'm 30 minutes behind. All of those things, you guys still choose to watch me, and I very much appreciate that. I'm very blessed, and I do not take that for granted. So it's just important to understand. Analytics are important to understand how to grow and what your audience is thinking without them having to tell you that. Now, we do have a lot of polls. We do have a lot of conversations in chat about what you guys do and don't like. But there's a lot of numbers that can tell you things that people aren't necessarily saying out loud as well. So it's important. All those things are important. All right, let me keep going. What's up, Brimstone? Welcome in. Says, what's this? Epic Mic isn't live on Saturdays. I normally am not, but I am today because I got started early enough. So Lord Bolton says, oh no, it's Alex. Also stream Saturday night. Shout out. Can watch a man in a banana suit make fun of console fanboys. Yeah, Alex is awesome. What are you, indentured servants now? As if you weren't the whole time. What's up, NFL? He's switching to Blair-ups. No, I'm not. Ladybug for 199 says, well, here's my tariff. Then that's why there's no tariff. There's no tariff. Nagranol says, Chad is lucky. They don't have to pay the secret mod tax that comes directly out of our bank account. There's nothing that. Michael Coulter says, Epic Mike, what's going on, brother? I need to ask you a question. What are your thoughts on EA being bought out by the Saudis? I actually talked about that. Let me read the super chat real quick before it disappears, and then I'll talk about that for a second. Lexicon Hellhound for 2 says, fine, here's your tariff. Stop threatening me. Sorry, Lexicon Hellhound. And what's up, Vetty? The whole thing with the Saudis buying out EA, I don't think anything's going to change. Well, that's not true. I don't think a lot of things are going to change. What I do think will change is I think, one, you're going to see monetization opportunities skyrocket. I think you're going to see a lot more gotcha mechanics in video games, which means loot boxes, loot crates, random, rolls for items and things like that, because that gotcha mechanic is massively financially beneficial for them, not for people playing the games, but I think that that's going to happen. I also think that we are going to see a massive decrease in certain attitudes, certain things. I think we're going to see a major decrease in female-centric video games that come out of EA. I think that we're going to see a push towards better simulation and representation of the actual product in EA things like Madden, like NBA. I think we're going to see things like that happening. I think we're going to see an increase in shooters, but I also think we're going to see things like Middle East terrorists and things in video games becoming less and less of a thing in shooters and in military shooters. I think that that's going to start happening as well. I think we're going to see a tone down of sexy female characters in video games as well. I think that is going to happen because of the sensibilities of those people. I think there's going to be a shift, and I would argue that the shift is going to be a little bit more centrist than what we're used to. I don't think the quality level is going to go that high. I think we're going to see some quality of life improvements to games like Madden and like things like that. I think BioWare is going to get a lot of help. I think they're going to try to force BioWare to get back on track. I think we're going to see Mass Effect have a pretty big overhaul in the narrative structure than we've seen before. And I think we're going to see a lot of layoffs as they push towards AI. Lexicon Hellhound for 2 says, damn it, property taxes are coming up. So I do think there are going to be some changes, but I also think monetization and I think the push for like monetization opportunities is going to increase a lot. So yeah. What's up, A Bonafide? Good to see you, man. Oh, what's up, Ariel Kai? How you doing? Good to see you. Donna Hall for 10 says 5 for my lurker tax and 5 for the 100% tariff on my lurker tax. There's no tax. What do you get? There's no tax, y'all. I promise. There's no tax. I'm not. There's no tax. Oh my gosh, what are we doing, bro? Alec Ebling says, true, I'm a general manager of a Domino's in Colorado. Damn. Listen, managerial work sucks. It don't matter who you are. Managerial work sucks. You're essentially doing everybody else's fucking job, making sure they're also doing their jobs, and you have a lot more paperwork. The Luda Reality says, not me, I hardly work. Well, I respect that. The book in Randy Cunningham's is called The Ninja Nomicon. Teaches Randy all the ways of the 9th grade ninja. That's really funny. Ladybug says, my grandfather loved a rare steak, would say, knock the horns off, wipe its ass, and put it on the plate. That's a really great saying. That's awesome. That's pretty fucking good. Knock the horns off, wipe its ass, and put it on the plate. That's really good. Leon Kennedy says, I'm a soft worker. Last time I was a hard worker, I got sent to HR. Well, you know, listen, if you got to work with a boner, you just got to work with a boner. It just happens. Darth Bane, was it you? Yes, it was. Darth Bane works in SVU. I do not envy your job, my friend, but I respect the hell out of it, and I appreciate you for what you do. Rainman says, funny enough, I just got done with my job. Well, shout out. What's up, Blue-Eyed Scorpio? Mike, I'm not sharing my Philly cheese with you. Does that make me racist? No, it's okay. I get it. I wouldn't want to share food with me either. Jordy says, good morning, Meek. What's up, Jordy? JB Spooky Review says he's dressed as a responsible adult. For a change, yeah. Crazy seeing y'all during sunlight hours. Howdy, y'all. I hope everyone's having a great weekend thus far. Absolutely. I like streaming during the day. I really do. I have so much going on during the day with kids stuff that I just don't have an opportunity to often. Also, right now, I'm on like a 3rd shift schedule just because of life stuff. And so I'm up like all the way through the night. Like when I get my own, like if I get my own office space eventually, like when I move out of this place and can get my own office space and like move into a bigger house and stuff, I can stream a hell of a lot more too, because then I'm not waking up my wife the whole time. Right now, my office space is also in our bedroom because that's the only place I have for privacy. And so like keeping her up and awake while I'm screaming at the top of my lungs and stuff, but I have to be like up all night and stuff, just doesn't work. When I'm like in my own space, like if I have my own office space, I can like move my kid into the room with me and I can just like do streams and stuff, you know? Hassan's a tard. Hassan's a fucking piece of shit and I can't stand him. There are very few human beings that I legitimately have very like I would say I have zero respect for. Like every human is a human. Like people deserve to be loved and have sometimes the benefit of the doubt offered to them. Hassan is not one of those people. So week started on Sunday, not on Monday. My week starts on Monday. Try being laid off. I've been laid off before and it fucking sucks. Have you watched Tron Ares? I have not watched Tron Ares yet. I don't know if I want to. Candace Dingus says, as a hardworking welder, hell yeah, shout out to welders. Shit's rad. That stares at pretty lights for a living. I demand a white Power Rangers costume. I'll see what I can do. Andrew Fraser Jr. says, question me, is my username too long? No, it's good. It's good. It's real good. Looks like 2 black eyes. Damn. Damn. Well, thank you for the 199s and cat. I appreciate it. All right, I'm super behind. I gotta get caught up. Like pulling teeth to get you to sing. I'm sorry. Sierra Mass says, when are you gonna play Digimon Storytime Stranger? I don't know. I don't even own it yet. I have a lot of games that I'm like behind on right now. Maybe next month. Maybe if I can get to it. Your little epic poster is upside down. Yeah, that's on purpose. My little Batman poster is upside down over here too. No, I just use my hand. I respect that. Good news, Mike, he's gonna be live in 40 minutes, so you will be. Well, we have to do what we have to do. I have a claw hammer on my desk that I use as a back scratcher. I respect that. Oh, Frank uses his hand to scratch his back. Yeah, but can you reach the middle of your back? Can you link your hands between your back? And yes, I can reach the center of my back. Well, I respect that. I used to be able to do that in high school, and then when I started working out and stuff, I couldn't do that. And I got fat on top of it, so it's both. It's fat and muscle, and I can't reach the middle of the center of my back anymore. ASMR with Meek. Hey, there we go. I have a back scratcher. I once applied too much pressure on the handle and it snapped. This one's pretty durable. So I have a back scratcher on my desk. I have for many years. Can't live without it. Hell yeah. Shout out to my back scratcher gang. Ha ha. I got that same scratcher at my work desk. Shout out Darth Bane. This is like, you know, high-fiving each other with the back scratchers. It's us high-fiving each other, you know? What's up, Zimta? Shout out. Thought it was a butt scratcher. Well, yeah. Do you shit on your desk, Mike? I've never done that. I have a back scratcher I shaped like a bear claw I got from Bass Pro Shop almost 15 years ago. That's awesome. That's fucking rad. All right. What's up, Dan Vask? How you doing? I'm doing laundry, he says. Well, good. I'm glad you're doing laundry, Dan. That's important. Gotta wash your clothes. Yeah, I picked my fro out tonight, A Bonafide. I got it working now, so. Meatcast W1099. That's crazy, bro. That's wild. Will you be gaming tonight? I will not. Nope. We got there's Saucy Saturdays tonight. I don't run up against them, and I'm not gonna be able to stream late tonight because I got a couple things I gotta do tomorrow, so we're hanging out. RD Hernandez says Meek poor. Listen, we do what we can do. What's up? Irish Jedi says Leaky Meek. How you doing, buddy? Baby Speaker Review says Cobra Cast is boring. Trump good. Slurp, slurp, slurp. That's wild, dude. Start a Meeky Cast and just stream Snipes Cobra Cast. That's not a bad idea. Just call Meeky Cast and just watch his stream the whole time. Oh, and holy shit! Llama Pajamas with $100 super chat. Thank you, Llama Pajama. We're halfway to Barney. No shades. I'll take my shades off from the Barney. Listen, I'll take my shades off now. You can see my tired ass eyes. These are the eyes of a man who has to stay up all night for the next 6 nights with his daughter. So, shout out Llama Pajamas. SC615 for 5 says, Hail Miki, we need to bring attention to the Battlefield 6 gender locking half the classes to women. Everything on Steam/Reddit is getting nuked by leftist mods. Is it really? I didn't hear about that. I had not played Battlefield 6 yet. I was waiting until I was done with Spooktober to really get into it. I did not hear that they were gender locked. That's actually kind of wild. They caught you. They caught you. Dan says Retro Tuesdays nights coming soon. That's wild, Dan. That's fucking wild, bro. Dan is gay. Dan's not gay. You get streamed against? Do you pay extra for that? I don't pay extra for that. Brimstone says, I need Epic Mic on my Thursday evening stream where we talk about movies. I would, but I can't. I'm on Epicverse on Thursdays, and if I don't go there, I get yelled at by Josiah, so. Multi says, real talk, there's so many folks doing it that you can't avoid it. Do your thing and be authentic. That's the best advice right there. That's absolutely the right advice right there. Well, hi, Marianne B. Good to see you. Tony, Youthful Eagle, Ilis says, hail all. What's going on, Tony? Glenn Jones has played Deus Ex. Dan, Deus Ex is a damn good game. 41 away from Barney making an appearance. We don't have to do that. We don't have to. Barney doesn't have to show up. It's okay. We don't have to wear that costume. There was a couple weeks Jeremy would stream all night. Like, dude, go to bed for fuck's sake, right? He'd be up, like, yeah. I'd, like, roll over, check my phone, fucking Cobra Cat's still going at, like, 2 in the morning. Showing feet also helps. I'm not showing you my feet. What did your analytics say about the Barney costumes? That first night where I debuted the Barney costume was a crazy fucking night. It was one of my best streams ever. Your afro is balanced. I try. I really do try to make sure my afro is balanced. Some days I forget to pick it out before streams. That's why it looks all like a mess. Still need a please counter and a heart monitor for your Fright Mike streams. I know. How's my family doing? We're doing good. We're making it work. Been very busy. End of the year stuff, you know, always at the end of the years where we have a ton of check-ins for like doctor's appointments and stuff for all of our kids and dentist appointments and everything, and that's really busy, but we're doing good, man. We're living our best life. We're trying. I'm blown away when I see 8 people. Listen, it's good. It's huge. It's important, man. You got to appreciate the people that are there watching you. If people feel like you don't give a shit, then why would they watch you? Why would they sit around and hang out with you if they feel like, you know, you're sitting there complaining about not having enough viewers? That kind of shit, that kind of energy, you know, it is like, I was blown away for a long time by how many people were watching. But after a while, you just have to start appreciating it and move past that point. It's good to be surprised in the beginning when you have growth and you see a lot of growth. That's good stuff. But then you have to just say, you know what? I'm just happy for the people I have. And those people and that appreciation, that kind of energy does affect things. It does affect how people see you. It does affect how people talk about you. Part of the reason I got on FNT was because of you guys, like Jose Taco shouting me out on those streams and asking Gary about those stuff. And he said, hey, you know what? Let's give him a shot. Let's give the kid a shot. And I got to go hang out there and it worked. And I was really thankful for that. But it's because you guys like hearing me talk about stuff. You like hearing my opinions. So I'm very appreciative of that. Let me catch up with the super chats because I'm super behind. Steel Leg of History, remember for 15 months, says, I can never thank you all for your kindness and support. Shout out, Steel Leg. I appreciate everyone who's been there for me when I needed someone to talk to last week. Listen, bro. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. You've been grinding out there. Since I started, man, you out there grinding, doing your thing. I respect the hell out of it, Steel Leg. Glenn Jones for 2 says, has Blair White followed you on X yet? She has not. I'm very disappointed. I thought she would do better than that. I thought she was better than that. Dillman for 5 says, hey, Mike, for Halloween, go as Ruby Rod from the Fifth Element. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea, actually. I never thought about that. Breezy's Comics and Collectibles, member for 4 months, says, shout out to my fellow welders. Shout out. Neil Horn for 2. Meek, should I get the beef brisket or pulled pork? Always beef brisket. I don't hate pork, but lately as I've gotten older, I just really appreciate like steak. I appreciate like beef, chicken. I appreciate those things a lot more. Thrashifies for 5 says back scratcher tax. That's wild. Llama Pajamas for 20 says I only see 2 half black eyes. Play Black Ops 6. BO6. It's awesome. You mean Battlefield 6? I'll check it out. I already played the beta and it was really good. X109 for 5 says sorry I'm late. Just got back from taking the fam to Spirit Halloween. Here's my Spirit Halloween tax. Thank you. I appreciate it. And then Llama Pajamas for 5 says Barney. Fuck. We're there. And then O0D for 109 says Blairiff. Thank you for the Blairiff tax. Appreciate it. With Llama Pajamas Benji skipped over? No. I got him. I made sure to get him. I'm just super behind on chat. I'm very behind on chat. What's up, Kevin Esberg? He skipped over mine as well. I didn't skip over anything. I caught it. All right. Video games are becoming money funnels. Absolutely. And that's why like games like I need me some cool shades, says Cozy Goober. Yeah, just get some. You someone throwing the lies. What did I lie about? I never lied about anything. Reptile says, how long you been streaming, buddy? About 43. Well, the time that you probably watch this, probably about like 38 minutes. Celix says, I was so stressed, I felt like a burden on her, and I just couldn't deal with the stress. George the Giant Slayer and others reached out and helped me by letting me know I'd be okay. Hell yeah, man. Well, we appreciate you, bro. Be blessed. Dingus says, let's go, Afro. Mike stole my McDonald's, says Sully Bach. Your hair shows the shock. Are you playing any games? I would like to see you play Madden versus Beardo. I haven't played Madden in so long. I am playing through Dead Space right now, and then once we're done with that, then it's jump into Outlast. That's the next game, so. Mike stole my super chat, says Llama Pajama. I didn't steal it. I caught you. I did catch it, so. I'm just super behind on chat. That's all. All right, we hit the goal. Let me scroll down to chat. I'll catch up on chat here. I'm gonna go. Dan will get behind Mike. Did I say something wrong? No, you're fine, Dan. Let me go put on my fucking costume. I don't know why I said I was gonna do that. Why did I say I was gonna wear this fucking costume? Battlefield 6. Okay, yeah, I'll play it. I'll play it at some point when it comes out. Maybe I'll play it after October. There'll be a lot of games I got to catch up on to after October. So. I like your take on movies, Mike. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Meek needs a permanent spot on FNT. I am a permanent guest on FNT. They already have a full panel there, man. FNT said my cousin Ray Bucknut the Third. How did that work? Got on FNT mostly because you're not Beardo. That's also true. Yo, there's a Grand Rapids Comic-Con coming up. Yes, there is. I do not know if I'm going to make it or not yet, but we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. All right, let me go get this costume on. You guys, this is wild. Let me go put on the Barney costume. I'll be right back. Oh. Why do I have Burger King colors? Because it's cool. Here we go, guys. Love the color thing. Reminds me of Burger King back in the day. Yeah. Shout out to Don Gaming Live. Reveal thyself. Nagrin says, I gotta drive home, but I'll be lurking. Hey, be safe on the road, man. Just show us the costume. Just put it on. And I did see we got a 20 in. Justin Martins for 20 says, I vote for no costume. The fro's on point today. Well, you got to see the fro on point for a little while. I respect it. Thank you for the 20. There we go. Fix this. What is happening? Am I coming to Texas? I don't know, McHawk. Probably not this year. I'm going to be saving up. My plan is like 100% now that everything is a little bit more figured out with my family life and home life. My plan is to go to MegaCon next year and make the Vegas meetup as well. And then maybe next year I'm going to try to make a couple other meetups if I can. Be like San Antonio or something, you know? What's up, Haster? Good to see you, man. UFO says Shark Time. It's Barney time. Barney's the rest of this week. Shark Time is next week. Indies are going to absolutely take down the bigs. AAA is dead, just doesn't know it yet. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're really not fucking wrong, man. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate you being behind me, by the way. Does it smell bad inside? No, it's clean. Stop saying aw. Stop saying aw. There's no aw. It's not an aw thing. Barney wanted to give Meek a hug during stream. No, I'm not doing that. MegaCon, let's fucking go. How does all that hair fit? It's a big costume in the back there. So it like pushes all the, I like tuck it all in the sides. How much for that shark costume? To change into the shark costume? What was the goal last week? Or yesterday? Mike ain't no Jay? I'm not trying to be Jay. This was an idea I had because I thought it was a funny concept for Halloween. That's why I'm doing it. Are you auditioning for the next Jurassic World movie? Yes. They already had a T-Rex with Down syndrome. I'm just trying to fit in Stop saying aw, please. Listen, we got stuff to talk about. All right? Oh, that's actually a pretty good one. Roll back the clock. Roll back the clock. Roll back the clock and sing this song with me. Yeah, that's right. That's from We're Back, bro. I love that movie back in the day. Also, it was super creepy as well. I should not have watched that as a child. To change into the, what was it? To change into the shark costume? I think we had to hit. I think we had to hit 500 for the stream. Hi, Katie did. Are you gonna clip this? Katie did. It's over for me. She's gonna clip this and she's gonna post it and call me a zero and make fun of me. And all the people that despise me and despise everybody in my community is gonna go, haha, those guys are losers for him wearing a Barney costume during Halloween. Here's the thing. I don't have any fucking shame, so I don't care. You're a big pink dinosaur. It's fucking cute, bro. It's not cute! It's not cute! Mike is gonna wear this to go trick-or-treating and every door that opens. Aw, I'm not gonna go trick-or-treating. I'm not gonna go trick-or-treating. I'm not gonna go trick-or-treating. Anyways, so yeah. I mean, as far as the streaming stuff goes, this is important. You gotta be appreciative of where you're at. You know, success will come. You know, some days are better than other days, and what matters is that, you know, you're appreciative and you stay humble about it. So, the horror host for 5 says, open the door, get on the floor. Everybody mock the Meek. Mock! Not mock! Mock the Meekasaur! Oh my gosh. Keys, remember for 7 months, says, aw. Keys, I want you to know I purposely said your name wrong on Tuesday night's main event to make Beardo mad. That was the only reason I did it. The rest of it was fine. Well, Katie did. You're always welcome in my chat. As long as you guys promise to be nice to each other. That's all that matters. All I want people to do is be nice to each other in chat. You don't have to be nice to me. Just be nice to each other. Don't take the bait, chat. There's no bait. Someone makes fun of you, smack them with that pimp hand. Just backhand them like Bernie Mac. I'm glad you knew, Keys. All right, I just didn't want you to think that I really thought your name was Kais. I just knew if I said it right that Beardo would like try to correct me. So, all right, we actually do have topics today that I wanted to get into. Okay, nothing major, nothing crazy. And then Llama Pajamas member for 2 months says, "Oh, cute Meeky, sing it, Meek." I'm not singing that fucking song. I'm not singing that song at all. That's not happening. I'm not going to sing that song at all. 0% chance. Do you have to be nice to Beardo? No. No, that's okay. Well, let me fix my tail. Ugh. So that I can actually sit in this chair comfortably. Don't clip that! You got to be sweating in that? It's not too bad right now. I got a fan going. It's actually pretty cool right now where I live. So my house is a decent temperature. It gets warm after a while, though. It does. I'll probably die in about an hour or so. Yeah, so topics real quick. I did want to talk about this. I just finished Peacemaker season 2. I mean, I know a lot of people weren't watching Peacemaker. I know a lot of people were not very excited about it, but I'm just going to let you know now, if you were curious about Peacemaker at all, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to watch. Unfortunately. I liked season 1 for what it was. I thought season 1 was a cool and kind of entertaining little like self-contained concept and self-contained like story that could have been a fun addition to a bigger universe. But you know, there like, because the thing is, like, when you're like in comic books, for instance, even if you are in comic books that have like you know, shared universes, I mean, because like Marvel and DC and everything, they're all shared universes, but like when you're doing like a comic book that focuses on like the Fantastic Four, they're dealing with like a global threat, or they're dealing with a giant threat that's going to destroy the world. Other superheroes typically don't show up in those comics. They're dealing with what they're dealing with. You know, you got Spider-Man, and he's, you know, fighting some, you know, monster in a sewer, and then you've got Thor, he's dealing with some cosmic being that's going to try to I don't know, destroy Asgard. And you know, you've got people dealing with the stuff that they're dealing with. And I like the idea, even in a shared universe, that each character is dealing with the stuff that they have to deal with, and they don't have to necessarily give an answer for why Thor isn't there. Like Iron Man dealing with Iron Man shit should not have to explain to the audience why Thor isn't there. It's an Iron Man comic. So we're focused on Iron Man. And then the big exciting thing is when there's a team up like Avengers, you know, and so there's like, oh cool, there's gonna be an Avengers, there's gonna be a big team up. You know, CW did as crappy as the CW shows were and got, they had a good idea in that they kept things pretty self-contained. Arrow did Arrow, you know, Supergirl did Supergirl, Flash did Flash, Legends of Tomorrow did their thing, and then they would occasionally, once in a while, you'd see like a little appearance from somebody or cameo, and then every year they had their big team up event, and then that's where everybody showed up and did things and fought bigger threats and dealt with bigger things. I don't think Peacemaker is one of those characters that ever had to be in the movies or ever had to be a bigger part of anything involved. And I really liked that was the case in season 1. They were dealing with their own threat and stuff like that, and it didn't really affect the world. And they did have a little tongue-in-cheek, where was the Justice League at the end? But for the most part, they were just dealing with their own thing. Season 2 feels like Peacemaker got the Iron Man 2 treatment, in that there's so much focus on them trying to do world building that doesn't really make a lot of sense for the character of Peacemaker to be dealing with. I get why is the Epicverse sign upside down? Because it's supposed to be Halloween. It was supposed to be a spooky thing, and I forgot to flip these signs upside down, so I kind of fucked it up. You know, I just, the idea would have been cool to have kept it. Maybe there's a little bit of effect of like the events from Superman, but it's so directly tied into what's happening with Superman. You get an appearance from Lex Luthor. You know, you're dealing with Rick Flag Sr., who was also in the movie. You're dealing with the Secretary of Defense. You're dealing with all this stuff. There's so much tie into Superman, and these characters are so tonally different than Superman. They're so tonally different from Superman. You got, you know, Peacemaker at an orgy with a bunch of people's dicks hanging around and stuff like that. You can't, you wouldn't want somebody that watched Superman like to watch this and think that, well, I have to watch this show in order to be informed on what's happening in the world of Superman, because they have to sit through an entire scene of you with an orgy and a bunch of people's dicks and the next morning and Peacemaker making some naked dude coffee and stuff. It's just really weird. It's just a really weird idea. And this show kind of gets into the multiverse and starts dealing with multiversal things, which means we're going to be dealing with multiverse characters now and not later. And it was really odd to me. It's a really odd decision that James Gunn made, and it feels like he's making a lot of the same mistakes that he made in that Marvel has made, but he's making them a lot sooner and with a lot less plan. A lot less planning. It does not feel like he thought this through, and I just don't understand, man. By the way, Llama Pajamas, I think I already read this. Member for 2 months says, "Oh, cute, Mickey, sing it." I'm not singing that song. I was raised to believe that comics are gay AF. Over the last 20 years, I see media just getting more gay. I don't think comics are gay. I think comics are rad. Superhero stuff, it's just modern day, like it's like modern day mythology. Characters like Batman, Superman, things like that are just as popular, or more popular even, than characters like Zeus and Hercules. There are modern day mythology, and I like that about them. And I think superhero stuff is important. I just woke up and I didn't need to hear about people's deeds. I didn't need to see it. Ningar Renegade says, "What the heck are you wearing?" Listen, chat said they wanted to see the costume. I gave them a goal and they hit the goal. But yeah, I just wish that, do I understand music? I mean, a little bit. I used to be a drummer. I wish Peacemaker would have been a standalone thing on its own, but it is so interwoven what's happening in Superman. Also, this season spends a lot of time I understand as a director and as a creator, wanting you have a talented wife. You know, I wouldn't say that Jennifer Holland, I would say that she's a talented actress. She's not devoid of acting talent. People saying that she's a shitty actress, I don't think that that's a fair I don't think that that's a fair shake for her. I think she's a decent actress. I really do. I think she's got some acting chops. But she is in so many scenes in Peacemaker that it felt like more of her show than Peacemaker's, and that bothered me a lot. He puts her in so many things, and there's such an emphasis on her and how tough she is. She essentially has Peacemaker's storyline a bit, where she's trying to overcome her violent tendencies and stuff like that, and overcome all of this trauma from all the things that she's done. And Peacemaker is essentially like, oh, I just want my brother back, and I'm really sad about that. And it just felt like there was so much focus on her that it kind of split the attention between her and Peacemaker in a way that didn't feel great. It felt it just felt really off. I'm like, why are we doing this? Arguably the only character that I would want to see more of would be Adrian, the vigilante. He's kind of the standout. He always kind of has been the standout. But it's definitely a thing of like, hey, I'm putting my wife in everything, and that bothers me a little bit. So Really Big says, I don't hate on gay shit, just not for me. Oh, I gotcha. I would argue superheroes in theory are modern myths, but the stories all seem for 6-year-olds. There's some really good storylines that are not like that. That are not, I wouldn't argue, are like childish. Like comics like Spawn. Those are not for kids. That's not for kids. You know, Sandman. There's some really great Batman comics that are not just power or revenge fantasies. You know, but I get you. Donna Hall for 5 says you can play drums on the song that Dan and Jay are going to do. I don't know if I could keep up with them. Maybe. It's been a long time. It's been years since I've done that, but yeah, it really depends on the comic. 80s and 90s Daredevil is really dark. Yeah. So I don't know. It just depends. Watchmen. Yep, absolutely. Watchmen's another one. Yeah, you know, and I don't even have a problem with there being more mature themes when you get into something like, when you're dealing with something like Peacemaker. But it all feels like a joke. The whole show feels like a joke. All of it, like the whole show felt like a joke. And anytime you really get serious, it feels like that was James Gunn being moved by his own stuff, which you do see him talking about the last episode and this dialogue between Adebayo or whatever her name is, and Peacemaker, where she's talking about how much she loves him and cares about him and stuff. And that was something that he used to say to his dad. And you see James Gunn really get really choked up about that. And I wouldn't knock a writer for getting choked up about their own stuff if it was something really personal to them. Hi, sissy. Good to see you. But it feels like a self-insert, and because of how much everything else is a joke, those scenes feel very hollow. It doesn't like there's a really genius thing in comedy. You see it in a lot of comedy shows that have stood the test of time, where the shows will be very silly and funny and stuff, and then they'll hit you with like a really serious episode in the middle of something, or they'll hit you with a really serious, like, you know, handful of episodes throughout the show. And the thing about comedy is very disarming. Making people laugh, making people chuckle, you know, giving people something to smile about is very disarming for them. It typically makes people open up to you, be willing to accept whatever you have to say or what you're willing to discuss or talk about. It opens people up to being willing to talk about difficult topics and things like that. It's why comedy is so important, because being able to make people laugh makes them feel better, but it also gives them freedom to tackle difficult things. It's also a way to tackle really difficult subjects without feeling oppressive, like the oppressive heaviness of it. Like, I think anybody on this stream that is in any level of like difficult work, like you know, as a nurse, a doctor, military, police, SUV, you know, anything like that, firefighters, they will all tell you they all have gallows humor. They all joke about dark stuff. You know, it's what keeps them sane in the midst of everything that they're seeing and all the craziness that they're going through and all the difficult things that they're having to process about their jobs. That stuff is important, but you also realize when it's time to be serious, it's time to be serious. This show feels like everything is a joke, and so the serious moments don't hit like I think James Gunn thought they were going to hit. But then, like, you have a show like Scrubs. Like, a lot of people that watch Scrubs remember this. The episode Dr. Cox had like these 3 really sick patients, and they all like died at the same time, and Dr. Cox quit being a doctor over it. That was like a really great episode, because when it got serious, and you realize the weight of what these people are dealing with on a day-to-day basis, and that the silliness is kind of a cover for all the dark shit that's going on around them. Same with the episode with Brendan Fraser, where his character was dead and Dr. Cox had to process that stuff. Like, that was a great episode. There are great moments of seriousness in comedy, and that's the beauty of what comedy can do for people. The problem is if it all feels like it's unserious, when you do, if you all, everything feels like it's unserious, you're not really laying the groundwork for, hey, the things around us are important. Everything feels unserious. And that's how a lot of James Gunn stuff felt in Peacemaker, you know? So yeah, Peacemaker season 2, I didn't think it's worth it. I didn't have a good time with this season. I didn't really particularly enjoy any of it. There were a few fleeting moments where I was like, this could be kind of fun. I did enjoy Vigilante. He's like he's the perfect blend of dark and humor, because he's like a sociopath and like a murderer, and he likes killing and he's really good at it, but he's also like really kind of silly and goofy and aloof, and those things blend really well together in a comedy. But then, you know, when it's time for like to get to work and like do stuff and like fight or like, you know, kill people and stuff, it's all there, and you're like, cool. But like Jennifer Holland's character in that show is not silly or goofy at all. She's like hyper serious, hyper like strong macho, like I don't have time to joke and blah blah blah, and it's so tonally dissonant with the rest of the show that it makes her acting performance fall flat, in my opinion. But I know James Gunn loves his wife, and I know he wants to give her the best opportunities possible. I just don't think that he's setting her up to succeed the way that I think he thinks he's setting her up to succeed. I think there's some blinders there for sure. Glenn Jones for 5 says, you probably look more comfortable in the suit without the plug. There's no plug! Thank you for the 5. I don't even watch Peacemaker. Is probably a good idea. Drowning Clown just gifted 5 channel memberships. Thank you for the 5, Drowning Clown. Gifted one to Giles McCoy, Marianne B, Eldritch, Bruce Wayne, and Jen T. Maxey. Thank you so much. Did Katie leave? Did Katie leave without subbing to the channel? Katie, did you sub? At least sub to the channel. I need more subs. Can we get a Meek plushie toy? Maybe one day. I would slam Gunn's wife while he watches. That's wild, really big. That's fucking wild, bro. How do you fit your stumps into the costume? They don't have feet on them. They're just holes. But I don't have stumps, I have feet. I don't have stumps, I have feet. I have regular feet. Saturday stream, nice. Hey, Jose Taco, I just mentioned you earlier. I appreciate your advocating for me to get on FNT, man. That means a lot to me. And thank you again, Drowning Clown, for the gifted memberships. I appreciate you. Futurama, Jurassic Bark. That's pretty good, actually. SVU. I meant SVU, not SUV. My bad. I'm so fucking retarded, bro. I meant SVU. So dumb. I'm not dumb, but you know what I mean. To sub or not to sub? That's the question. Oh, I didn't even know you said that. You have to sub to the channel. You have to. That fit is fucking sick. Me. Thank you, GizCorp Industries. Appreciate that. Scrubs makes you grow up so fast. Dude, Scrubs had some really great episodes. So, my wings are almost done, and James Gunn is done. Everyone is sick of him and his shtick. Yeah, man, I think he just overindulged a little bit, man. Hi, Drunk 3PO says, I'm so glad the Canadian Bear has ended and the new epic Meek Barney run has begun. Drunk, you walked so I could run, and I appreciate you, bro. I really do. Thank you, Drunk 3PO, and I hope you're doing well, buddy. Much love. Rough Night says, nothing hits the way James Gunn thinks they will, except maybe his Dommy Mommy. That's wild, dude. I very wrongfully idolized Dr. Cox in my teens. The thing is, I don't think that he's a bad character to analyze when you realize what was going on in his life and the depth of some of that. But I do understand what you're saying if you want to be just like him, not realizing how broken he was as a character. So when Laverne died, that killed me. Dude, Laverne dying was a rough one too, man. Oh my gosh, there was some brutal episodes in that. Jay Andrew said, Mike, been an LEO for 23 years or so, come from a family of firefighters. Oh, wow, bro. We definitely use dark humor to cope with the stressors of the job. A lot of regular folks don't understand. Yeah, I have met so many people that work those kind of jobs that's what they say. They're like, hey, you just have to laugh about it. You have to have some humor or else you can't survive the job. It's just not, it's impossible. And I do not envy people that have those kind of jobs. That's a lot of stress, man. But shout out to you and your family, man. I much respect for firefighters, bro. It's a lot. The best Scrubs episode was when Frasier's character was dead and Cox was coping. Yeah, that was a really good episode. But that's pretty good about the Dommy Mommy Rough Night. That's wild, bro. Yeah, I just don't think, I think he's just the thing is, I think he's just overindulged. Can you pretend to blow up on me like a Ryan forehead? Eagle Thrasher, I'm sick of your shit! Stop asking me to talk about Ryan in my streams! That's the best I can do, man. I'm sorry. Appreciate you, Eagle Thrasher. Peacemaker in the movie was a better representation. I think so. He still wasn't Peacemaker from the comics, but he was I think he was a more interesting character because the thing is that worked in Suicide Squad about him was he told the line between villain and like anti-hero really well. I know anti-hero and villain kind of feel like they're like the same thing, but like the idea of like these characters who are not heroes, but they're not really bad guys and they're just trying to do things and try to do the right thing, are forced to do the right thing. Whereas in that, Peacemaker being kind of an agent of the state and his being sold out to peace and peace for everyone and stuff, that's the kind of thing that, like, I get you want character development, I get you want that character to grow and change and things like that, but I still think that there was a lot of room in that kind of change and growth in a character like that. It should be slower. You know, you get to see this trauma and you get to see him dealing with that trauma, but he still shouldn't all of a sudden become like a giant fucking like panty waste, like milk toast panty waste that can't do anything. That's essentially what he's like in this season. He doesn't really, he has a couple action sequences, but he really just kind of complies with whatever happens in the show. He's just kind of down to do what the fuck ever happens, and it kind of cuts him short. Like a lot. It kind of undercuts that character a lot, whereas he wasn't like that in season 1. You know, I don't know, man. It was just not good. Try not to judge. I just do my own thing. Don't yonk other people's yum. Yeah, do what you want, man. You know, do what you do. You get real defensive about a plug, makes it seem like there's a plug. There's no plug.
Move this man! Shut the fuck up.
There's no plug.
Stop! You violated the law.
You sound like a frustrated Dom crying about needing more subs. No, that's not me at all. Cool Jurassic World costume. Thanks, Cobra Prime. I appreciate it. I have 2 feet. I don't have 1 foot. I have 2 feet, bro. You need a hail here. Epic Mike and the Meekers. Hail the 399 Meekers. 399 is wild, bro. Thank you, Psychotic Mongoose. I appreciate that, bro. I'd rather be a pickup truck than an SVU. I meant SVU, okay? I need the subs. I owe a lot of money to some really bad dudes. Mike, probably. That's crazy, dude. There's no sub tax. Your outfit is the same color as Beardo's shirt. I thought Barney was supposed to be purple. You know, you do what you can. Doing great, homie. Thank you, Drunk. I appreciate you. And shout out to the Monday Hangover. You guys haven't checked it out. It's one of my favorite shows to do during the week. This week we're watching Halloween. If you haven't already watched it, it'll be a good time. It'll be a good time to talk about. Dead Space stream, Balthamon, either tomorrow or Monday. We're going to be finishing it up. I think we're really close to the end. I think we're pretty close to the end. Hold on. Let me see here. Dead Space. Let me see here. We're about halfway, but I think I can finish the game up. I should be able to finish it up pretty soon. Sea Log of History for 109 says, I have fun making my cripple jokes. LOL. Hey, I do appreciate that. On more than one occasion, John Jackson, thank you for the subscription. Steel Leg has offered me his fake leg to attack people with, and I very much appreciate that. It's a good weapon to have. Eagle Thrasher says, you don't have to read my comment, a lurker, and I would pay my tax, but I don't get paid till Monday, paycheck to paycheck the last 3 years here. Bro, you don't have to pay anything. It's completely free. And I very much understand the paycheck to paycheck life, man. I respect it. Jizcorp Industries for 15 Australian didgeridoos. That's what they call their money over there. Didgeridoo, dollaridoos. Aye, a shame, he's 15 didgeridoos, pair character bowing down saying thank you. I think that's supposed to be like a super sticker. Thank you. I can't see the super stickers. I just get a description of what they're doing. So, you know the drill. Pay your taxes and pay your taxes. A message from the great Dom 3PO. That's wild, bro. Let's get Mike and Jay in a costume. Jay said it. If on Monday Hangover we get a $500 drop, he'll go put on the straight up just a $500 super chat. He'll go put on the bear costume, and I'll put on one of mine. So Reese says, I've been in and out of hospitals all my life. I almost died a couple times. Gallows humor is also a good way to cope with that. Absolutely, man. You just got to make the jokes. Does the upside down epic verse look like a crucifix thing? No, it's just like, it was just like a Halloween, like spooky. Ooh, things are different here. Why are things different in the background? Ooh. And then like when I turn the lights out on my streams for spooky streams, I have like a string of like orange lights up here, and it's like, ooh, spooky thing. I'm just going to change it back. Eagle Thrasher said, oh my God, I came. Hey, well, there we go. I'm glad I could help you out. I was thinking about starting the Bourne trilogy tonight. You guys think I should start with Arkham Asylum first? Yes. Arkham City. Start with Arkham City first, and then watch the rest of the Bourne movies. Is that Barney costume machine washable? Yeah. Pretty sure. Kalicia Oka says, Mike, you're not even playing a video game. I think you're obsessed with that Barney suit. I asked chat if they wanted me to wear the suit, and they said yes. And I gave them a goal, and they hit the goal. Is Meeks' costume purple? Is it actually pink? It's probably both. Cozy Goober said, did I hear panty? That's what's wild. The Effie says, anti-heroes do the right thing using dirty tactics. Villain do the wrong thing. I mean, that's a good way to look at it, too. Looks pink to me. Chaos Theory says, Mike, what did they do to you? Blink twice if you need help. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm totally fine. I have subbed for now. Let's go. We got another sub, ladies and gentlemen. There's no plug. Is he playing Dead Space today? I'm not playing Dead Space today. I am not. There's no chirp. This suit is purple, and there's no plug. Damn it. Sad that Peacemaker used Frank Grillo. He's severely underutilized in movies. He needs more lead roles. Yes, Frank Grillo is rad. I do think he is criminally underrated right now in Hollywood. I think he needs a lot more jobs. He deserves a lot more work. He's a great actor. Eagle Thrasher says, that was funny. I forgot I did. Blow up on me comment. That was funny. You Ryan will trash your Lions. Eventually you better trash him and this Eagle while you can. Woo. Well, thank you, Eagle Thrasher. Lions are killing it, bro. We're moving up. This is our year. We'll see. Have you sung the song yet? No, I'm not singing that song. You can't make me sing that song. The original Barney was actually a dark purple. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe the whole time he was pink. Jose Taco for 109 says, did I miss the Batman fighting police / ice talk? No, I haven't even got to that. We haven't even delved into that whole thing. Mose Voni says, yes, check it out where Mike points out all of my inadequacies. Oh, Mo, listen. Only because it's my stream and I can get away with it on my stream. I'm just gonna say this. Mo is a good dude. All right, he's a solid freaking guy. He works hard. I very much appreciate the work he puts into the streams. All right, I know I give him a lot of shit, but it's because I do respect him and I like him and he can handle it. I wouldn't pick on somebody that I didn't think could take it. Also, his responses are freaking hilarious. But no, shout out to Mo Zamboni. If you haven't already, go sub to him. Go sub to his gaming channel as well. I very much appreciate you, Mo. I'm very glad to have you be a co-streamer with you on Mondays. It's always a good time, bro. Much love. Much love to Mo Zamboni, everybody. Phil's cousin for 5 says there's a plug. Even Phil's not that degenerate. There's no plug.
Ooh,
There's no plug.
Ooh, kill him.
It does look a little pink. Damn it. Let me see if I can change my color. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Maybe I could make it a little bit more purple. There we go. Does that look more purple? You know what I'm gonna do? Hold on. I'm gonna try this. Hold on. I'm gonna fix this. I can fix this. Hold on, chat. Just give me a second. I can fix this. I can fix this. I can do this. Hold on, let me see. It's not working. Fuck. It's not working. I was trying to change my color scheme a little bit. Hold on. It didn't work. Damn it. Never mind, I give up. I fucked it all up. It's not gonna work. It's just pink. It's just gonna say pink for now. If you want a classic ghost story, go check out the movie The Changeling with George C. Scott, one of my favorites. Oh, there we go. Reset the Cripple says, I spent my entire junior year of high school in the hospital. Best thing that helped me was reruns of Who Line Is It Anyways. That's the way to do it, man. That's actually, so when I grew up, I watched Lois and Clark, The Adventures of Superman, The New Adventures of Superman, as a kid, and I love that show. It was my first introduction to Superman as a kid. It was one of the coolest things I'd ever seen in my life. And then when I was my sophomore year of high school, my mom got really sick, and she had to get like a really intense surgery done, and she also had to take like these radiation pills and stuff for it, so we weren't allowed to like be in contact with her. Like she was at home, but we weren't allowed to be like in contact with her about stuff. And like my grandma helped us out a lot during that time, but yeah, so we weren't allowed to like, well, we're not allowed to hug her, thing like that, for like a week and a half or 2 weeks or something like that. And what we did was my mom rented, this was when Netflix had DVD rentals. She rented the entire series of Lois and Clark, The Adventures of Superman. And I sat like on the other side of the room with her watching that show. And it was like one of the things that we could like connect over, and it just made me like love that show even more. That like it was just like a good memory of remembering like when we were going through a really hard time, like I had something to like watch and enjoy, that like, I don't know, just, you know, spend time with my mom while she was sick and stuff. So like, yeah, being able to connect to stuff like that and laugh and find something that makes you happy during that time, and when you're going through a really rough time, it's so important, dude. It's so freaking important. Something you do for April Fools on Halloween. Listen, I'll keep my Halloween in my way and you keep it in yours. Bah humbug. Why is the epic verse sign upside down? Katie, we already talked about this. It was supposed to be for Halloween. Angie says, I make stroke jokes because I just have to laugh about it. It's part of me. Yes, that's the way to do it. You know, I had a really good friend who was dealing with cancer, and she used to make that joke. Like whenever like she'd want, like, if she's like, can you please hand me this? I have cancer or whatever and stuff. It's a hilarious joke. It's super dark and you're like, oh my gosh, but like it's hilarious, you know? And thankfully she did beat that cancer and she's so much better now. Shout out to her because she's amazing. I don't want to say her name because I don't want to dox her on stream, but yeah. I'm glad she's better now. But yeah, that was that. She used to make that joke, and it just kind of made it kind of just diffused all the tension of watching her go through like such a hard time. So no, we didn't. We begged him not to wear it. He wouldn't listen. Giles McCoy, how dare you? First of all, how dare you? Secondly, how dare you? Reset says you have to get all the Riddler trophies before you can watch the Bourne movies, though. Yes, that's true. Didn't ask you to shove in a plug, though. There's no plug.
Stop! You violated the law.
There's no plug. It both covers colors. Thank you, Meister. Appreciate that. You see, Asmund warned about large donations. I did see something about that. Yeah. Yep. I did see that about, yeah, basically like be careful of people that send you like tons of money because like some streamer got killed by a fan who sent her like $70,000 or some crap like that. That stuff is crazy, bro. Like, you have to, there has to be a precedent set. You do have to tell people that. Like, I make jokes about like, I may wear stupid fucking costumes on stream and stuff, but like, I've had fucking Drinky Crow in here asking me to do weird shit, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. It doesn't matter how much money you give me, I'm not gonna do that. You have to have standards of like where the line is and where, you know, and like, yes, those big donations are very like, oh my gosh, you know, whether it was $70,000 all at one time or whatever, like those big donations are like very tantalizing and exciting. But you also have to say like, you know what, I know when I'm not gonna, I know what I will and won't do, and I know where my line is and what I won't accept. And I would be uncomfortable if somebody said, hey, I'm gonna drop X amount of dollars for you for any reason, like I'm gonna drop 20K on your stream for any reason that didn't, you know, like there's always that question of, well, what's the catch? You know, if you're like incredibly wealthy and you just don't give a shit and it's just your thing and that's what you say, whatever, I won the lottery, here's $1,000 or whatever, that's one thing. But to be like, hey, you know, because we also know, and we've seen that before where, oh God, this is gonna, you guys are gonna fucking roast me about the lurker tax. But like, where people donate money specifically to like, this happens a lot more to female streamers than male streamers. But to female streamers, where they're donating all this money to them that they don't actually have, or they're like going into debt, running up credit card debt, sending these people money. Don't ever do that. Don't ever go into debt to send money to people, please, ever. It's not worth it. If you feel like a streamer that you watch won't acknowledge you or doesn't appreciate you or doesn't value you just for being there and that you have to send in money to get them to like you, don't send them money, please. Take a second to think about that, okay? I appreciate all the generosity on these streams, but it is legitimately never required, which is why the lurker tax joke started in the first place, because I asked you, I told you guys you never had to ever send in any money, and you guys are hilarious and also decidedly rebellious and said, don't fucking tell me what to do, here's more money. That's funny. It's a funny thing. It's a joke, you know, but like people feeling like they have to give to their favorite streamers, or people feeling like they have to do this because they want to be acknowledged or something. There's a lot of lonely people out there that give money to streamers just so they can, like big streamers, just so they can feel something. And those big streamers sometimes half the time don't even say anything. You know, it's funny because we get like sometimes shit on Geeks and Gamers for reading like all the super chats. The point is we're trying to acknowledge that you guys, like what you guys send into us is important and we appreciate it and we value it. We appreciate you guys' money and we appreciate your hard-earned dollars, whether it's $1 or whether it's $500. We appreciate you and we value that, and we want you guys to be able to have a voice. But we would never, and like a lot of people in this community, because we're like actual decent people, would never want you to send in money because you feel like you have to be, that's the only way to be acknowledged, you know? It's like heartbreaking, and it's heartbreaking that that girl lost her life to a crazy fucking fan, you know, but it's also just as heartbreaking when people you find out are going into debt, sending fucking titty streamers thousands and thousands of dollars, putting themselves in debt just so they can get acknowledged or people will like them. Psychosis, I'm not going to sing this song. Gnomsky says Timmy the Tooth is better than Barney. That's accurate. Timmy the Tooth is rad. Glenn Jones says, I'm only joking, Mike. Love what you do. Well, no, I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. Thank you. So you admit it's pink? Maybe. Mo's a good dude, even if he likes bad Irish food. Mo likes Irish food in general and tries to make Irish food sound like it's got more like to it than what's actually there. Like it's just potatoes, salt, water, and occasionally cabbage. And maybe some rabbit meat or beef. Maybe beef, most likely pork of some kind. And he pretends like it's this crazy, amazing, like fucking like entree, like this like high class amazing food. He's like, oh man, you guys ever had potatoes and cabbage? Yeah, Mo, I'm glad you like it. And he's like, yeah, but what if you put it into a stew form? Well, it's just potatoes and cabbage, Mo. And he's like, yeah, but like, oh man, I remember sitting around the fire, you know, and we had our giant family pot, the communal pot of soup, and it had potatoes and rocks and salt in it. And then somebody would walk in and say, "Hey, that's fucking Italian or whatever. Hey, hello everybody! I found some cabbage growing in the dirt behind my house." And they're like, "Oh!" And you like throw the cabbage in the soup, and they're like, "Oh, it's got a different flavor other than like dirt and potatoes today. How exciting!" And then like occasionally somebody be like, "I found like reddish colored dirt today. I'm going to throw that in the pot instead of the normal brown dirt on the potatoes that we don't wash when we're eating our food." And he like tried to make it sound like it's just some fucking delicacy. It's just potatoes and water and like, yeah, like maybe beef. And let's be real here. Most of the time it wasn't even like beef from like a cow that they own. It was like somebody else's cow that they killed in the middle of the night and stole the meat off of. Like at some point you just got to acknowledge it, and it's okay. It's like me trying to pretend like spaghetti is some crazy like delicacy when the reality is it's a cheap meal that you can make a shit ton of and keep eating it for leftovers because we were poor. Poor people make food that has lots of leftovers so that it can go into the next day. Me trying to be like, oh man, we used to take these long noodles and cook them with meat and a red sauce and, you know, put some spices on it. Oh, you know, and they're like, that's spaghetti, bro. Yeah, but it's like, you know, excellent. Have you ever had spaghetti? Yeah, we've had spaghetti. It's good. Spaghetti's yummy. Yeah, but like, you guys just don't understand. I'm like, no, we get it. If you guys ask me one more time when that fucking sign is upside down. You guys think you're funny, don't you? You think you're hilarious talking about the sign upside down. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. I was going to say something really racist, but I decided not to. Bonafide, go pee, bro. Don't worry. It's upside down because he's illiterate and didn't know it's upside down. That's a better answer, actually. That's probably better. It's probably a better answer. Mike, I just saw the Batman ICE thing and there's having people online saying ICE is cancerous and not the illegals. Yeah, I know. This whole thing, everybody's got to insert their own thing lately. And yeah, Batman, I think Absolute Batman like fought a police officer or some shit. And they're like, oh, you know, ICE. Oh, this is pretty cool. You know, isn't that awesome? You know, Batman, he hates he hates cops and stuff. I'm like, yeah, you know, I mean, Commissioner Gordon wasn't fucking important, you know, working to root out the corruption within the Gotham police force. You know, is decidedly not anti-cop, actually. It's decidedly pro-cop because he wants, you know, the good police officers to be rewarded for their hard work and trying to keep the people of Gotham safe. So, Llama Pajamas for 5 says, Epic Verse sign is upside down because Meek is in distress. It probably has to do with the plug. He won't tell us, so we can't help.
What will you learn? What will you learn? That your actions have consequences!
Thank you for the 5, Llama Pajamas. I'll take 70k if it means I also die at the end. I don't want 70k to die. That's not enough. Maybe like $2 million. Josiah says, this is coming from a guy who nearly killed himself eating cake for the money. I stopped eating the cake so I didn't die. I would have never kept eating it if I thought it was going to kill me. Josiah. Frank the Tank says, if it happens to female streamers more than that, why haven't you gotten any of that money?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
That hurts, Frank. Cuts deep. Wyoming Sasquatch for 10 says, late in replay, lurking tax. Been deer hunting. Girlfriend and her 14-year-old son got their first bucks today. Hey, shout out. That's awesome. I'll send you jerky if you want Barney. I'll send jerky to you if you want Barney to your PO box. I gotta get a PO box set up. I'll get back to you on that one. What point bucks were they? Were they like small ones or were they like good size ones? Which one? What are they? So you're saying paying $29.99% on super chats is not optimal? 30% of my super chats or whatever? I mean, YouTube taking their cut? And it is what it is. Lies, there is a lurker tax. There's no lurker tax. Frank the Tank just gifted 5 channel memberships. Thank you, Frank. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Oh, Josiah Rises got a gift. Get that guy out of here.
Move this man!
Adez, hey, congratulations, Adez. Jordan, K Hobo, and AJ Knight. Hey guys, welcome to the Meek. Frank says, I'm here to ask the hard questions. That's crazy, bro. I'll send you the 20K to get you to remove the plug, Mike. There's no plug. Meek is an e-girl. I'm not an e-girl. I'm a man. I'm a man. Titty streamers? You mean those little tassel things? No, I mean like streamers with boobs. I tried watching a big YouTuber live and didn't like it. People were kind, but not personable because it wasn't a community like here. Yeah, I mean, and it just depends on how you establish things, you know? I don't know. And no flavor. They boil the flavor out. Yeah, they just boil. Well, they have to because they got to make sure that there isn't like disease and like worms in the dirt and shit. Citizen Chat says, Mike, we are here for you because we love you, man. Not in a Jeremy way. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's a great way to say no homo. Not like Jeremy. Not in a Jeremy way. That sounds like most poor European countries too, like the ones my family came from. Yeah. Well, it's like I'm all of a sudden like, you know, above it, or like not judging the like African families, like they, you know, they kill like a zebra and fucking eat zebra and like roots and beans. Like if it's good, it's good, but it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, trying to make it sound like it's some kind of like crazy, like amazing high class food. It's just fucking potatoes and rocks.
We would be honored.
And a little bit of rabbit meat. I feel like you're making fun of my Irish roots right now. I'm not making fun of you. I'm just being real. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It was specifically the way that Mo was trying to make all this food sound. We did a tier list of Irish foods, and they were all just different stylings of potatoes and meat and occasionally cabbage. Stone soup is pretty fire though. Maybe. It's called minerals, Meek. Hunter said, funny enough, I broke 4 teeth on a rock I tried to eat. Long story. I gotta know the story now, Hunter. What's with all the hate on potato soup? It's not hate on potato soup. Why did you do a Scottish accent? I don't know the fucking difference. Why are you hating on dirt? That's wild, bro. If there is beef, if there is beef, it is corned. Oh, dude, that's crazy, bro. If there is beef, it is corned. Is wild. Oh my gosh, dude. Stolen meat, yeah. What is amazing is a loaded pastrami sandwich, huh? Sounds pretty good, actually. It sounds like, I feel like you're being racist to the Irish. I'm not being racist to the Irish. Now you're gonna hate on spaghetti. I'm not hating on spaghetti either, bro. You gross the pores. I'm glad I'm not one of them anymore. That's wild, bro. Just because you're poor doesn't make the food not good. I didn't say the food wasn't good. Listen, a bowl of spaghetti slaps. That's why you can keep eating it day after day after day. But if I'm trying to pretend like spaghetti is this like high class dish, when really it's just we made it because we were poor and we wanted the leftovers, just like a communal pot of stone and potato soup. Listen, is it good? Potatoes are delicious. Potatoes are awesome. Making everybody sit, holding the whole stream hostage while you explain to them what a connoisseur of potatoes, cabbage, and meat you are, and tell them that each dish is distinctly different from each other when it's just the same 5 basic ingredients. Dirt, potatoes, rocks, cabbage, and meat. Mystery meat. Oh, Hunter did explain it. Had low blood sugar and seizure, and was in a tent hunting. Had to eat a chocolate Pop-Tart, and I keep dropping it. Threw a rock in my mouth and was like, "Damn, this tart is frozen AF." It was a rock. Holy shit! Damn.
What did he say?
There ain't nothing cheap about spaghetti, says Mayor EO. Can even make a rosti? What is that? Hash brown the size of a plate? It's Swiss? That does sound like a Swiss thing to do. Huge L take, Mike. Well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, man? Barney's eyes are staring into my soul. Yeah. Bonafide says I had no father. Well, same. Why is it sign upside down? Oh my gosh, bro. Oh yeah, Meek. Why is the sign upside down? I'm gonna fucking crash out, bro. Never trust Mike's food opinions, chat. They're general L takes. Oh, shut the fuck. Josiah wants to drink coffee that came out of a fucking raccoon cat's butthole. Don't come at me trying to talk about Mike's food takes are L takes. You bought Fallout 76 Collector's Edition after I said not to. Mozambique says, watch the video. I'm right. Everyone else is wrong. I respect that energy, Mo. That's why I like you. Why is Mike upside down? Can I turn myself upside down? I might be able to actually do that. Hold on. Can I do that? Hold on. How do I do that? Can I do that? Can I turn myself upside down? Turn it upside down. Let's see here. Hold on. I might be able to actually do that. I should not mess with any of these settings because I will 100% completely and utterly F up my stream if I try to do that. Let's see here. How do I do this? Never mind. I'm going to stop. If I keep messing with settings, I'm going to screw something up and the whole stream will go down. So, the new Magic the Gathering TMNT has Black April. What are the turtles doing in Magic the Gathering? It's not Absolute Batman, it's actually mainline Batman? Really? I thought it was Absolute Batman that I saw that in. Why is it upside down? Oh my god, dude. I only trust you to tell me how good KFC is. I actually respect that. Do you see the video of that guy who hit the cop car acting like it's GTA? I have not. Interesting. Mike 1, Cake 0. Yes, I beat the cake because I didn't die. Phil ate more cake than you and streamed 8 hours after. Phil had like 4.5 hours to eat that fucking cake. Cut a bunch of the frosting off of it. I don't want to hear that shit. Listen, all of these people waited until I had to do. I set the trend. I did it first. They waited till I did it to start stepping in and be like, I can do better. I can do better. Find your own fucking thing to do. Leave me to the cakes. You eat whatever the hell you want to eat on stream. I'll eat my cake. You know what? And I don't give a shit how good Phil is doing right now on Twitter and that he's owning people about the Ghost of Yotai. I was going to talk about that subject. Now I'm not going to talk about it. Did you finish the cake off stream? That's irrelevant. That's beside the point. I didn't make you guys. I could have stopped the stream, or I could have waited. I could have eaten a bunch of it, got sick, been like, I'm going to give myself like a couple hours to let the food settle in my stomach, and then I'm going to eat more. Oh, look at that. I ate a whole cake on stream. No, when I got sick and started slurring my words, I said, you know what? We're just going to call it here so you guys don't have to sit there and watch me go this. Ooh, I don't feel good for the whole fucking stream. Wicked Virtue wants to do a spooky stream with you both wearing onesies. We could make that happen. I'm going to do a spooky stream pretty soon here with certain female Asian streamer as well, where we both are wearing spooky costumes on stream. So we're gonna make that happen for sure. Yep. The stepdad lives for hunting season. We eat lots of deer meat. Yeah, there are a lot of hunters around here too. What is the optimal size for plug? There's none of that. Naked Goose says, wear that to FurryCon. I'm not going to FurryCon. Mike's not Barney's not a man. He's a dinosaur. I'm not a dinosaur. Meek does have boobs, kind of. Like, I mean, I got fat. I have pecs too. Look. I can't show. They're not showing on stream. We don't hunt zebra. We hunt warthogs and buck. Close enough. Close enough. Close enough. Brian K for 5 says, paying the lurker tax. Barney is a Chinese communist. China sent him to a re-education camp. Well, guess what? He's back and he's better than ever. And he's been Netflixed by me. Ladybug said, had dinner at a fancy place the other day. Had some gnocchi. It was a small portion, $31 just for that. Not my scene. Yeah, that's the thing too. You got to find the balance of like, this is slightly expensive, but the portions are really good. Cause like, yeah, sometimes you go to a place and they're like, oh, here's this delicious tender steak. And it's just like, it's like this big. Like it's like a steak like this big and it's like $50. Fuck that. Crazy Clown Town for 5 says, on the first day of Meekmas, my true love gave to me a homosexual named Jeremy. Hey, shout out. I'm looking out for you, Crazy Clown Town. You're welcome. Potatoes are part of Irish DNA. It's why they are called potato. I can't say that, Dante Rage. Casey Cheeto says, I have so many questions.
I got a Glock in my Rari.
That's all I can say back. I'll eat whatever you put in front of me except for cauliflower. Yuck. Cauliflower is gross. Same with Brussels sprouts. Onions. I hate onions too. Incredibly racist to the Irish and the poors. I'm poor. I'm one of the poors. So what Mika's saying is he hates Italians. I don't hate Italians. Now that's fucking Italian, huh? Until you put hot dogs in your mac and cheese because you can't afford Hamburger Helper. I've done that shit. I've done that shit before, bro. I get it. I'll fuck up some potatoes no matter how it's made. That's fair. I respect that. I like potatoes. Mike's just mad because a leprechaun tried to bite him once. That did happen. And I am still very, very upset about it. Rock Tarts is wild. Rock Tarts. Dr. Johann Kraus, PhD. That's wild. Yeah, we just walked in the room. Ban them? I'm going to start banning people. We need another cake stream. I had a goal for the cake stream, and we did not hit it. If we had hit the goal for the cake stream, I would have done it, but we didn't hit it. I mean, technically, it still exists, but we've never hit the goal. And I'm not saying that we need to hit the goal. I'm saying that if we ever did hit the goal, we would do it. If we want to do a cake stream, if we want a cake stream to happen, I've already told everybody because I never want to do one again because it was awful. It's $5,000 in one stream. It has to be in one single stream. We have to hit 5K. If we hit 5K in one single stream, I will do a cake stream again. I do not want to do a cake stream again. I do not think that we'll ever hit 5K in a single stream, and that's okay. We've come close. We've never actually hit it, and that's okay. SC615 says, Mike, you can't be so flippant wearing that. You look so silly and ridiculous. Also, I think your Batman poster is upside down.
Move this man!
Naked Goose says, I like turtles. I like turtles. Steamed cauliflower stinks up the house worse than sauerkraut. Yuck. Cauliflower is the devil's broccoli. The Satan's broccoli, bro. I'm gonna eat my stream. I almost did. I tried that once because my mom got it. Oh, I missed that one. Show us the doll where the potatoes touch. Show us on the doll where the potatoes touch you. That's wild. Broccoli is worse than cauliflower? What? No. Broccoli slaps, bro. Broccoli's albino retarded cousin. Pretty good. How good is KFC? KFC is delicious, bro. So we have this song that we play all the time on the stream.
Chicken grease in my soul. That's how I roll. KFC, baby. It's my favorite. Oh, give me that bucket. I said, give me that bucket. I think, give me that bucket. I think the licking chicken. From Kentucky to the bayou. The flavor's so right. That secret recipe keeps me up all night. Gotta have that touch, that wonderful spice. KFC, baby, it's a chicken paradise. Fried and crispy, can't resist me. KFC, a southern mystery project chicken. Finger licking, come and get it. That clock is ticking. Fried and crispy, don't you miss me. KFC, you're making history. Let's get lost. Oh, keep the coast low. KFC is the gravy gospel. Give me that bucket. I said, give me that bucket. Give me that bucket. Oh, give me that bucket. I said, give me that bucket. Give me that bucket. Oh, give me that bucket.
Hey, Mrs. Rough Knight's in chat. Hi, Mrs. Rough Knight. Happy late birthday. Happy belated birthday. Damn, 5K. Don't do it, man. If we hit the goal, I'll do it. Mike expensive these days. That's what it's always been. 5K for diabetes.
Diabetes.
I don't have diabetes, guys. Okay. Listen. It's wild. Katie did for 2 says I'm subbed for now. But by the way, aw, so cute. Don't aw! It's not cute! Fuck! It's not cute. Colonel Sanders cosplay win? That's not a bad idea either, man. There's a lot of fucking costumes I gotta wear at some point. That's a really good point. I have to think about that one. I need that song on my workout playlist. It's a good song. All right, y'all. I didn't get to any of my fucking... Well, I got to one topic. Remember what I said in the beginning of the stream that I was going to get to like one topic? We're just going to change the list of this to Peacemaker Season 2 and taxes. I got to one of my topics today. That's okay, though. We're going to call it here. Just because, yeah, I gotta do some things. Also, I don't want to stream anymore over Saucy Saturday, so I'm gonna raid Saucy Saturdays, show them some love over there. I think it's just Disparu and Wicked tonight. But yeah, guys, I appreciate the hell out of you. Listen, I did not expect this stream to do as well as it did. I very much appreciate you guys. Okay, it was awesome. Oh, Saucy Saturday doesn't even have raids available. Well, you can go check out Saucy Saturdays. I'm going to go raid Sevi. We're going to go show her some love. She's playing Battlefield 6. It is channel for 2 says back Black Riding Hood with that KFC chicken. There you go. Shout out. But yeah, so yeah, go show some love to Sevi. Go show some love to Saucy Saturdays. Thank you guys for all the super chats. I appreciate you. Thank you for all the gifted memberships. Thank you for all the recommitments. And thank you for your time. I appreciate you guys. This was a great stream. I had a great time hanging out with you. Steph showed up at the very end. Says, what are you doing? I'm ending the stream is what I'm doing. I appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your night, and I'll talk to you all later. See ya. I'm not cute.